our thoughts. Put in your prediction out there if you guys are currently watching this stream. Is the Creator Games Rise to Greatness all brought to you by Facebook Gaming? Well, we are going with very similar bans. And what are your thoughts on this? Like, we've seen Sparsa from time to time. We've seen Benedetta. We know what kind of pain brings to their opponents. But I guess this is a very, very safe way to draft.
Yeah, I think that, you know, the Farsa is definitely giving respect to some of the stronger Farsa players coming in for Pasti Menang. They're very comfortable. Zamzi in particular. Doesn't necessarily want to deal with it when he wants to play Kagura because, again, the you know, Feathered Airstrike outranges the Yin Yang overturn. You have to put yourself in danger. Better just get rid of the bombshells anyways. Now, coming over to Pasti Menang, they ban out the Benedetta here. Again, I'm expecting the drafts to be relatively the same. The question is whether Pasti Menang is going to ban out X-Born.
Very good call. Now that you have a Tigreal ban, which means that anti-Blitzkrieg wants to actually open up a core pick for themselves. That's going to be working very well. So this time around, they will have the Harley to work with. So good call out there, I guess, that we have a little bit of a switcheroo. Yeah, a little bit of a switcheroo indeed. So now that Harley is first picked by anti-Blitzkrieg, what does this mean for Pasti Menang? I feel like Matilda, okay, Matilda gets locked in. Do they want to get a Kaja as well for that hard lockdown? I guess they can opt to do so, but to do this so early may not be the best situation.
Personally, I think it might actually be better because looking at yesterday's patterns, a lot of teams actually like to go for that 1-2 punch of having, like, you know, Divine Judgment plus the Deadly Magic, reduce your health, reduce your magic resist by a lot, and then just one-shot you. So I don't know, maybe Pasti Menang should have taken that over the Hayabusa to deny that natural synergy, but let's see. Anti-Blitzkrieg, we saw them play Kaja the last game. I wouldn't be too surprised if they get it again. They get the Cho this time round. Dominant laner, could go into the side lane, could go into the support section.
I really like this because, like, with the Cho alongside with Harley, I think we've seen in a couple of MPLs where Harley alongside with Cho can work in tandem all too well. Yeah. You got the Way of the Dragon, and Deadly Magic can just delete anybody out there if these two spells just hit like a truck. So my other question here, now that you have a Hayabusa, of course you got an Ogi Shadow Kill that can be popped up from time to time. But isn't it even more so better for anti-Blitzkrieg to pick up the Sun? Because he can definitely have the clones to actually bounce off from.
That's true. That's a really good point. That's a really good point. Oh, maybe anti-Blitzkrieg might actually go for it. But Pasti Menang, as of right now, will have that first pick, especially when they're on the red side in the second phase. Natalia as well as Kagura already taken off the table. I don't know. I feel like it makes sense for anti-Blitzkrieg, but I'm not sure what Pasti Menang might actually go for, especially since, like, you look at the composition of anti-Blitzkrieg, you're thinking, all right, maybe they've got some form of an early game, but really they could easily pivot to a different direction because of this Cho pick and how flexible it is.
And overall, I guess there's still choices to be made here.
A lot of choices
A lot of choices. So I guess we'll just leave this to our gentleman.
There we go. Lapu Lapu.
Okay, pretty good answer as well. So should be able to hold the lane without any sort of a major issue. Just got to watch out for some pokes if it were to be leaning against Harley up in the early game, and I guess that's pretty much about it. But McTree, what would possibly be the best pick to actually sum up this double assassin kind of roster? And I did mention about Helker today.
Yeah, you did.
I honestly don't expect it to come out.
Hey,
okay?
Looks like your predictions have some magic to it, all right? And it's working out great. I like seeing the Helker. You know, Dark Night Falls is a great ability, shuts off the lights, makes sure that Hanzo isn't entirely sure where the fight is going to be. It can be very beneficial. Especially when you are denying information from the entire enemy team.
Wow, and when you're speaking about information, what better way than to actually line it all up? You got Ishin on deck.
Smart.
So this is where it really does feel like another MPL match to me, where, you know, it's all about all the big brain macro plays.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I see your point now with the big brain macro plays. Oh, let's go!
I think they've heard us. I think our creators have heard us. Can we send them some stars? Get our phones ready. Get our phones ready.
When we go on break, you know what I'm doing. Let's go. It's time for the Swans to come on out. A great defensive and aggressive ultimate. And more importantly, with the Matilda, you can actually reposition yourself in the meantime. So if Hellcurt, he starts getting some big ideas, Odette is just going to Swans.
Swan song, swan song.
It's the best. Like, literally no one, and then she's going to be like, Swans all over again. Great meme, by the way. But this is, I don't know. I'm not entirely sure which composition is a little bit better than the other. Both have their own pluses and minuses. They're not standard for sure, and there's a lot of small synergies between the two.
It really depends on some of all these win conditions to be met. Like, anti-Blitzkrieg, they really have to play extremely aggressively to get some of all these setups. And if they were to not be just as in sync, it'll be definitely a trouble for them heading to late game if Pasti Menang actually gets significant lead. And I'm looking at Ryu here to be the main man on the mark to really pop members of the side of anti-Blitzkrieg. So tough call, you know, like if we were to actually get all of that sort of the synergy down, I think that scaling wise, Pasti Menang looks to be decent. Not to say the very best overall, but I can see the idea when it comes down to team fights. It looks to be some pretty good chemistry going on.
Yeah, I would agree as well. I'm very worried. I'm definitely
on anti-Blitzkrieg needing to go in for a reverse sweep. Well, Pasti Menang just secure this one game to advance forward in the upper brackets.
All right, let's see what the lane assignments is going to be. AK Gaming already being really frustrating, but Linares, he has adapted really well. Forcing out the Aegis out of AK Gaming is really nice. Ace, he should have the Retribution to take this away, but he doesn't want to use it just yet. AK Gaming now in trouble, ends up dying when there isn't mid-priority. Zamzi, great response, first blood going over to Pasti Menang.
Okay, I guess this is going great for anti-Blitzkrieg. So we did call out that early game needs to be almost perfect. But here comes
it was supposed to go to anti-Blitzkrieg. All right, let's get back to the fight. Zamzi already in trouble. The stinger on three people. Wait, what a stinger that was. And he goes for another one. Key. Oh, what a start for anti-Blitzkrieg. That was the most value stinger I've seen by far. Maxed out. They go for the purple buff this time as well, landing it on three people, getting the silence on multiple. Didn't even stand a chance.
We need a replay.
Yeah, I gotta see that again.
That is phenomenal. Okay, let's see here. 5 kills, and the biggest winner of it all, the Jawhead. Of all things, the Jawhead has been all the way there. And just want to mention, he just got shut down. So good for Ryu. He gets all the gold.
It's a little bit of a feels bad situation, but hey, a very, very good start for anti-Blitzkrieg for now. AK Gaming getting that good Soul Bloom, getting those wisps to deal the damage that he needs. However, if we all look towards that top side, the turtle is already up. Lapu, as of right now, just hit his level 4. Cho hit his level 4 as well. So it's going to be a bigger contestation there. Oh, Zamzi he's on the run, using that flame shot to buy some time. Linares, great support, ejectors his buddy into safety, and even breaking the demon spirit from RRQ Panda.
Yeah, and AK currently is just doing a little bit of poke, but Fastim though, he's a little bit off of position. He might just actually get caught out by your. Meanwhile, walking in front of Ryu will be probably asking for a little bit too much. Here comes Dark Knight Falls as they drop right in. Here comes the kills at the Blitzkrieg. They charge right through and they got 2.
This is working out so well. So well for anti-Blitzkrieg here. Key has been finding some great picks with the Dark Knight Falls. He makes sure he maximizes that ultimate to ensure the picks. Now, the Mountain Chakra does come up for information for anti-Blitzkrieg, as they should be able to take this turtle with no contestation whatsoever.
Pasti Menang, after that massive victory that they have actually gotten in the past game, now suddenly dropping the ball like this. Something that they didn't see coming, but that's going to be a flame shot being thrown right in from Sanzi. Meanwhile, top side, killing spree for Ace.
Yeah, unfortunately for Yor, he is getting hard ganked here. Ace as well as Fast Team doing a really good job overall. They got the turret plate, that turret energy shield gold. It's looking fine for now, but it feels like Pasti Menang aren't really sure which side of the map that they should be focusing their attention to or where to attack.
Yeah, and I guess that what we have definitely discussed about now has to be drawn once again by Pasti Menang at the very least. So now they need to really stall for time, but Linares is a little bit off of position, going for a flicker as well. And here comes Linares getting chugged out with a Swan Song already out there. And that's where Ace comes in for the Cavalry. Mega kill and a whole lot more. 10 kills in total for Anti-Blitzkrieg. Make that another. And man, oh man, this is just hitting way too hard on Pasti Menang.
Yeah, and none of the major battle spells have been used as well. Only from like Harley and as well as Linares. But Linares, he was looking to make the play, so it's understandable. But man, Key didn't even use the Petrify. Fasting didn't even, wasn't even in the fight. It's just incredible how quick Anti-Blitzkrieg is playing, even though it's kind of ironic to their team.
Right. Okay. Anyways, here comes Circling Eagle looking for Zamzi.
Oh, he manages to survive. Great ejector. Great ejector to save the life of Zamzi God.
I was worried. I was so worried. Like, he was looking to be going down, and Linares once again being the savior of the team. And here comes the turtle, but mind that for now. It's kills after kills. All follow to the man, the myth, the ace.
It's going well. I think that loss against Pasti Menang has definitely invigorated Anti-Blitzkrieg. You can see the momentum that's coming behind the team. They're taking the turtles, they're continuously ganking, they're hitting the weakest links. Yor can't really do too much in his current position by himself with such great lockdown from Anti-Blitzkrieg in the way of the dragon, and the deadly magic. But Linares now in trouble, getting hit by literally everybody's abilities from Ryu as well as Panda, AK Gaming there just in case things go wrong. And also a lip. Oh! Zamzi God survives again with 10% of his HP.
Oh, he almost got the Hanzo as well, and really, really good call for him to also pull back. So I guess Pasti Menang will have to try a little bit harder then to pull off such a shocker right there. AK Gaming though, on the look for that pick on the ace as they fly right through. Brings him down low, but he's only going to be popped out by the deadly magic. Zamzi just arrives just in time. Meanwhile, godlike ace is just unstoppable.
It's not going well. Pasti Menang, the synergy is just not there right now. They don't have a plan against this. And Anti-Blitzkrieg, they're attacking so quick. They are blitzkrieging. They're not anti anymore. They're all for the strategy. The momentum is there. The technology. They continue to break into Normandy, breaking in towards that first turret here. And here comes Ryu. He tries to make something happen. AK Gaming getting a hit by the Unstoppable Force. Circling Eagle onto Zamzi God. Is he gonna know? The Soul Bloom, the Wisps, it didn't go to the right direction, and unfortunately for Hanzo, he gets kicked back, his demon form down and his human body over the wall. Anti-Blitzkrieg following and somewhat untrue to their own name.
Ah, man. We're going down that line anyway. So, Pasti Menang, they do whatever it takes necessary, but they still could not really find it. Even with the Circling Eagle, and now Ryudo. Okay. Oji Shadow kill, needing the last final blow.
Ooh.
And that's a flame shot being thrown right there by Zamzi. That's enough to pop him out. Deadly magic.
All right, so Key can't one-shot Hayabusa. At least we know that for certain with the full combo. But unfortunately for Panda here, he's got to be very, very aware his human body is instead of just the Demon Spirit, because Linares has been gunning for him. As soon as the Spirit comes out, he either ejectors his friend on over or throws the Spirit back into his own body at times.
Exactly. So, you know, going back to the key topic that you were mentioning, Anti-Blitzkrieg. Well, instead of anti-tanks, they are also pretty darn tanky themselves.
I mean, they've got all the damage in the world, and you gotta give it to their leader, Linares. Like, he's really biting the bullet here, being a full-on support when he could just be having just as much fun with the damage build of John.
I was actually expecting that because they were already running the, what, potential of 4 assassins, like you can turn into Chat Assassin Joe, right?
I mean, 3 of them are using assassin emblems, so it makes sense. AK Gaming now getting hit by the deadly magic. Kimiri finally swans, but it gets silenced straight away. Helker's going in huge by Door. He's trying to make a great play here. He does find Linar's in the process. However, his ult ineffective, landing on only 1 member. Ryu getting hit by the flame shot. Zamzi, he's not going back in. He knows Panda is walking up to the orange buff.
You know, now with this massive lead, I feel like anti-Blitzkrieg, they could actually force objectives, do whatever they want necessary, but they're just waiting for the Lord to pop up. Meanwhile, they could have actually going with a little bit more resources coming in for side lane pushes. It's still going to be a classic 1-3-1 formation being brought right into play. Pasti Menang, at least now they do have slight room to at least do some quick thinking being done. And when they do that, perhaps they want to send resources into designated areas, especially when this Lord is already coming up online. So the question here is, should they get anywhere close to challenge them? Because there's going to be a lot of things being thrown right at their members, and speaking of which...
You're already... Lapu already getting picked off here, but Panda, he's not done yet. He needs to get his damage down as quickly as possible. They're turning around him. Key, he wants to get on top of Hanzo's body. It works out. Panda, he's on the run. He's 1 HP. He goes down. Key finds the primary target, but Ryu finds the trade kill. 3 for 1 in favor of anti-Blitzkrieg. They have adapted to this Hanzo, and they are sick and tired of his shenanigans.
That's right, and that's a huge shutdown as well. Now that the Helker is not going to be around, but it didn't really matter all too much on the Lord. They do have enough resource of damage, and now they're hitting hard. Now, the main problem is nobody could actually get their hands on Ace as well. Look at how many layers that pretty fight over on the top side. We saw the Wheel Dragon diving under the turret, and they didn't really have too much of a carry in the world because the follow-up comes in instantly.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of layers of protection, even Ace himself itemizes to make sure he knows that he's going to carry this game. He recently just purchased the Winds of Nature, and if you look at the large majority of the damage dealers on Pasti Menang, they are going to be doing physical damage. Only Mirxi Gaming as well as AK Gaming will be able to hurt him in the long run, but when the big ultimates from Ryu and as well as Panda in the spirit form comes out, I'm about to die, no problem. Winds of Nature, walk away.
Oh, here comes Panda, just with a little bit of stepping back into his original position. But Ryu will still be having a little bit of trouble here. OG Shadow Kill being popped right there. Will not be able to save his own life. Meanwhile, Fast Team will be securing that mega kill as they will get 2 turrets back to back.
Yep, I mean, the outer turrets are going to be down on that first Lord. It makes sense. Pasti Menang so far behind. 12k lead for anti-Blitzkrieg. Third hit of G Condor on 4 members. Really great. However, can they hold on to this inhibitor turrets? Here comes the Soaring Eagle coming in hot here. As we can see, Panda trying to get on towards Key. He's getting the auto attacks down, but he doesn't compare as much as Panda, who's been farming all game to get to this point. Linars pops down the smart missiles as well. AK Game getting a huge heal from there. Oh my goodness. Sorry, from the Matilda. The Swans come out as well. But again, anti-Blitzkrieg getting huge shutdowns here, giving them over to Pasti Menang, and that's going to help their economy so much as they turn this around, teaching anti-Blitzkrieg to not be so cocky. Hayabusa with the Oki Shadow Kill. RNG not on their side. Unstoppable Force following him all the way back to the original Shadow.
And the worst part is the Unstoppable Force didn't even have enough damage to actually take him down. Meanwhile, he was popped by the rest of Pasti Menang. This might just be a huge comeback that might just upset the likes of anti-Blitzkrieg. Here comes Dark Knight Falls as well. But he will just have to back away. There's no point to recommit. And if he's going to go alone, he might as well be blown up. So he has to respect Pasti Menang now that they are already hitting in towards the 13-minute mark. It's not going to be all too clear-cut of an answer. Couple more of these items being built up. Prolific Raw, and if that's not mistaken, Anti-Chorus.
Yep, and you know, anti-Blitzkrieg, as of right now, just have to wait. They have to wait for picks. They have to wait for Pasti Menang to overextend on their current positions, and more importantly, play for... Is that going to kill Yor? I don't think it's going to kill Yor, right? Ooh, it gets close, though. The Deadly Magic gets very, very close there. Ejector on towards Panda, making sure that he doesn't get on top of Ace for now. But yeah, as we were speaking about it, Lord is going to be the main objective, and if Pasti Menang is able to defend the next Lord push, they buy themselves an extra 5 minutes, and the gold lead won't even matter then.
Yeah, and then I guess that now that everybody's got most of their items up online already, Pasti Menang possibly just needing a couple of more of these finishing touches. And that fight, honestly, the last fight was absolutely sloppy by anti-Blitzkrieg. Everyone's separated, everyone's doing their own thing. There wasn't too much of a clear priority. Now I want to see something different, you know, like at least lock somebody down, make it a 5 versus 4, and then things will be so much more manageable. Not like Falls already being popped up, but the rest of the members of Anti-Blitzkrieg will still have their elements available. But here comes the Lord, though. The question is, does Pasti Menang have the chance to snatch away?
I think they do, because at the end of the day, you know, Hanzo, he can come from many different angles. Walls don't really affect him too much, especially when you have a lot of mobility to do so. But let's see how this is going to go. Yor is going to walk up. Lenar's looking for an opportunity. Ejector onto AK Gaming. He hasn't used the Circling Eagle, and he's going to bring Yor with him. It's going to be a 2v2 in the mid lane here. This is going to be a big fight. AK Gaming. Oh, Ace! He's been caught out. Even the Winds of Nature won't help him out, unfortunately. But here comes Key. AK Gaming goes down finally. Key cleans them all up, but that's not the end of the fight. Panda trying to get out of his human body. Ooh, Lenars doesn't have enough damage, but Fast Team chased down the spirit, making sure that once the human body reveals itself, he will go down. Ryu getting a great kill there. I'm not entirely sure where that damage came from, but boy, is it shocking.
It definitely is. Now Ryu doesn't really have Ogi Shadow to kill, so it's going to be a little bit hard to actually steal this away, especially when you only have Dead just sitting by the sidelines. There's no potential to actually snatch it off. So Anti-Blitzkrieg, 15 minutes, 20 seconds. That's where they got themselves this Lord. So now goal's not going to matter all too much once again. Key finally getting himself immortality so he can dive as much as he wants. Even getting picked up in the previous scenario definitely costed them maybe a slight setback, but that's pretty much all that was.
Yeah, as you can see, like a lot of the majority of the carries basically have all the core items they need. Now they have to consider what situational items that they want. Now Hayabusa, he's really, really farmed up, but surprisingly enough, Hanzo himself doesn't have completed items. He's got 3 items, the War Axe, Corrosive Scythe, as well as the Demon Hunter's Sword. I think he is slowly building in, it's a Legion Sword, plus, he could be going for a couple of things, an Endless Battle potentially, but that might not necessarily be able to build. But let's see, it could be even a Blade of Despair and then Endless Battle afterwards. Just having the components is nice.
Yep.
Oh no, it's a Malefic Roar. Okay. Big boys here. They've already lost their inhibitor turret down on towards that bottom side, but he's not on done yet. The Swan's gonna come out, and Anti-Blitzkrieg looking for an opportunity to turn this fight on their heads, but Merxy, he's so low. Hayabusa finds the kill onto Lenar's all over him, but Panda, is he actually gonna get this kill onto Ace? Oh, he's close, but doesn't get the cake.
Oh man, that definitely was a nail biter right there. It could have actually gone to their hands. Meanwhile, Anti-Blitzkrieg tries to go in for a little bit slight reset after seeing what Pasti Menang could have actually put out, especially already getting their hands on that Malefic Roar. Now, a couple more of these items being built up. When it comes down to kill difference, yes, we do see a significance in numbers, but at this point, for Pasti Menang, they're already hitting 50k. Here comes Raider Dragon.
Immortality, he comes back, no problem. Ryu walks away with the Oki Shadow kill, gets a little bit of a heal from the Matilda again. And, oh wow, AK Gaming actually just right in front of them, just gets the recall. Okay, kind of surprising. I didn't expect him to be that ballsy, but here comes the Unstoppable Force onto Yor, who quickly flickers on out of there. He does not want to get caught out just like that. Great timing for the side, for Pasti Menang for now, but it looks like a pretty dire situation.
Yeah, as much as it is, you can see Pasti Menang still has the drive to actually close it in 2 consecutive games if they can actually do so. And they're honestly having one of the best defense that I've seen thus far. That Anti-Blitzkrieg didn't seem to have a clear-cut answer. And speaking of which...
the ejector is already coming over as Ryu looking for an opportunity to get on the smart missiles, and the tankiness from Lazar is not enough. Immortality brings him back to life as Key gets the stingers. He needs to stay close to Fast Team. Swans come out as they push forward. Encircling Eagle. Nobody actually takes the circling Eagle with him. No guiding wins as well. Everybody backs away, and Pasti Menang missed an opportunity to take down Anti-Blitzkrieg because they were winning that fight really, really hard.
I'm kind of sad, and it just goes to show that not always that birds of a feather flock together. So, tough.
Some may say birds of prey are kind of, well, you know what, never mind. Pasti Menang makes sure that they continue to push on their advance here towards the middle section of the map, right? And 20 more seconds until Lord comes back up. It could go to either side at this point in time. Literally either side. Panda needs to be ready to jump onto it because, again, in his spirit form, he is unable to use his retribution. So he's got to get a little bit of distance. He needs a little bit of help from the rest of the team to focus down on the jungler. In this case, it's going to be Ace.
Yeah, and you can see that they already have the Hayabusa going on the watch flank as well. Flank watch. The other way around. Yeah. Anyways, Panda now getting a little bit of foresight, trying to actually take some of the health bars of the guards. Meanwhile, AK Gaming still has immortality. They can actually go for commitment. Unstoppable Force might just be connected here. Well, they're looking for the cast. It's going to be Swans up. It popped up.
Swans aren't going to be enough here as Panda still playing for that information. You can already see that they have different plans ahead. You're still getting ejected backwards all over again. No more Swans to pull him out in towards safety. He does only have the immortality. Luckily, Matilda is there to help him out. Panda making it for attempt number 2. Rio losing 80% of his HP here. Circling Eagle getting on towards Ace, but nobody can follow up. Panda just trying to get the right target. He finds one, loses his body, forcing him to retreat. It's a 1-for-nothing trade-off. This is great for Pasti Menang. Oh no, but he disrespects Key, getting absolutely shredded by the Swan Songs here. And now he wants to get on top of Ace, but unfortunately he won't be able to go any further than this in fear of the reinforcements from Anti-Blitzkrieg.
What a game. 20 minutes, 30 seconds, and nobody seems to have a clear answer onto how to get this Lord even. Like, it's not really about the pushes anymore. Like, it's all about that one team fight that can make or break this game. And Pasti Menang, at least they bought so much time. Now the chances are a lot higher than it was.
What happened? No, Ace, you saw exactly. No. Okay, Ace is still alive, but he loses the immortality. This is such poor timing. Lord is up here. Key, if he goes down, this might be it. Pasti Menang has a really great window to actually look to punish Anti-Blitzkrieg, but it doesn't help that they don't have any inhibitors. Somebody always has to watch the base, Panda. He's going to be going down there, but Zamzi God, every single time you see Panda walk out in that spirit form, he's chunking 80% of somebody's health out.
80% definitely a whole truckload, especially when you have full items all at the ready. Now, Make3 goes right back in.
Ryu, he's in so much trouble now. The ejector is going to come on through the third hit of Jikundo, easily coming in, but the Oki Shadow Kill to buy a little bit of time. Does he have any quad shadows? No, he needs the team. Swans, protect me! As the quad shadow now activates. Make3, he's going to be giving up his life for the greater good. He needs the help of the guiding winds. He can't get it in time. Ejector, Olinar's all over again. This has been a disaster. What looked to be so good for Pasti Menang ended up so terrible, trying to save and fall over each other's corpses to help the team.
Speaking of corpses, I'm not really sure if it's going to be entirely done and dusted. Oh, Panda! Oh, he's just going to be returning back into form, but the damage is good, though.
The damage is so good. The backline is so terrified at this point in time. Oki Shadow Kill does come out of Ryu a little preemptive, which is okay, I think Anti-Blitzkrieg, all they need to do is get somebody to start split pushing in towards the side, get a fat wave crashing down in towards that crystal, pull Pasti Menang's attention in 2 different places, and then take the Luminous Lord.
Yeah, and this is definitely one of the longest games that we will be probably getting for today. I'm not too sure if there's any longer games than this from day number 1. Good enlighten me, but here comes potential Lord takedown. Dark Knight Falls being used.
Oh, here comes Key. He already uses the Dark Knight Falls. He's looking for the right target. He cannot find the Hanzo here, but unfortunately the Lord has been slain. Goes down to Ace. AK Gaming trying to get on top of Ace, but he can't beat this 1v1 without help. Matilda already popping the Aegis. Yor is holding on strong with all 3 of them. Mega kill going over. It's a 1-for-1 trade as Ace takes down the Matilda. Swans again has been activated. Stay back, demons, as Pasti Menang take down that fight. And Lenar's very caught out of position, but unfortunately they have to look at the bigger picture. Lord coming crashing through the mid lane.
Yeah, and this is where the Lord probably will still be able to actually land a slight blow over onto its base, or maybe not, with 3-member jungling the pressure crew. So Samzy just holding on the edge there, just hoping for Pasti Menang to go in for a dive outside of the base. And now with the minutes all set, this might just be it. Dark Knight Falls.
Here it goes. The fight already begins, and they immediately take out Odette. No chance with the silence here, but it doesn't help that Panda has been untouched for now. Unstoppable Force has been used on towards Panda. He's stunned under spawn, under the fountain. They've lost 2 for 2. It's not looking good, especially for anti-Blitzkrieg, losing a majority of their damage dealers. Zamzi, unfortunately, won't be able to compensate for the DPS Ace is willing to pump out.
It's nearly 25 minutes now. I guess itemization is absolutely completed. All you have to do is just get whatever extra buffs that you can get on top, on board. Now, anything that we can spot that's pretty interesting when it comes down to builds.
I mean, when you say itemization, everybody has that full build. I look over at Matilda and realize she doesn't actually have her final item just yet. Like, she's trying to itemize into Radiant Armor, I would assume, or maybe even Athena Shield, one or the other. I can't tell. I can't tell based on just that one component. But here comes Yor going up against Key so far. Dark Knight Falls. He sees Panda. He's going to chase him down to the ends of the earth with Fast Team there. Oh, even the Flicker Ultimate Bravest Warrior not going to be enough. Ryu, he still wants it. He's dashing for the right targets. The Quad Shadow is already out, but Key continues to survive. Unfortunately for Ace, he did not meet the same fate.
This is taking way longer than it should.
Oh yeah, it is. But it's dragging out for good reason. It's not like it's unnecessary. Pasti Menang definitely made some really good plays to ensure that they're still in it to win it.
Yeah, and I guess the key to success for either side right now, honestly, just going for a lot of all these in wave shoves, get a little bit more priority over on towards the Lord. But for this moment, it feels like they just want the hope for his pickoffs to result into something bigger. And evidently, it hasn't really been being too well paid off. But Ryudo goes in for the Quad Shadows, but the Cavalry has also arrived.
Oh no, Linas, he's so out of position right now. And even Zamzi, he's trying to get on out. Even with the hat trick, he goes down instantaneously, waits for the immortality. He goes down so quick. Panda's doing a good job, but Ryu, more importantly, is keeping tabs of Linas, who takes so much damage from the Swans. But Ryu, he can't seem to get this kill. It's frustrating enough, but eventually he will get it using his ultimate at the same time. Anti-Blitzkrieg cleaning up the jungle, cleaning up the side lanes as well. Pasti Menang now gaining more control in the driver's seat.
This is especially important. Just look at the timers there. It's almost a full minute on Zamzi as well as Limars. So they won't be able to participate in this upcoming Lord Pit battle. While we're just seeing Ryu 7-3 playing a fantastic Hayabusa throughout the entirety span of the game. So, anti-Blitzkrieg still finding a little bit more of a struggle just to make sure they get this one back in their favor. Meanwhile, Pasti Menang probably will be stalked by members of the side of anti-Blitzkrieg. This is going to be a little bit dicey here as the lore has already started.
Well, now that Lord has started, this is, as you mentioned, a dicey situation because anti-Blitzkrieg is nowhere to be seen. They're trying to figure out which side to actually attack and get into the Lord Pit. But Ryu, he doesn't care. He's going to let Yor do a lot of the tanking. He's going to stick in. He's going to make sure he stays away as Panda doing a good job. But they found the initial flank onto the body. Key, can he actually go for the steal? No, Swans comes out perfectly. He gets the double, but unfortunately, immortality is up for grabs. Fast getting a good way of the dragon to lock down Yor just in time for the rest of the team. team to start attacking from the left-hand side of the map, pushing them back into the base. This could be it. Mixi Gaming survives so little. Aegis as well being popped by AK Gaming to survive. But here we go. The snipe from the flame shot. This is it. Anti-Blitzkrieg finally cracked Pasti Menang wide open during the Lord fight. A 50-50 that they were willing to take, but now Lord is crashing in with Lord-empowered minions. Anti-Blitzkrieg, they just need to get rid of AK Gaming, but they can't seem to do it with so many strong minions. Ryu comes back from spawn. He needs more time. Immortality pulls him back. AK Gaming heals himself almost a 50% HP. Ryu goes for the OP shadow kill, and that is it. Anti-Blitzkrieg bring it 1-1.
28 minutes of play, so much back and forth going on, and we thought that, you know, Pasti Menang, they could have actually pulled this out of that gutter. They've already got the Lord, but the team fight was immaculate.